The Goodman Softball Complex on the campus of UW-Madison. I'm Chris Conley, and today Zaleski Sports presents live coverage of the State Division I semifinals. About 10 minutes away from DC Everest and Kenosha Bradford. Kenosha is the defending state champions. They're the number one seed, and they got here with a win over Cedarburg 10-0 on Wednesday. Evergreens had to sweat out an 8-inning game where they finally broke through with a run in the 8th on a Taylor Friedel single to left field. Evergreens playing for the first time at state, and here they are through to the semifinals today. Both teams bring elite pitching to the party today. Brooklyn Danielson looked like a really tough customer. Addison Cluck has not allowed an earned run over her last two games. We spoke with DC Everest coach Katie Schulfer. Of course, this is an unusual environment for the Evergreens. They have never been to state before. And she's emphasizing, look at all the things that are the same from one game to the next. That it's still softball. You're just in a different kind of a stadium-type feel. You're playing higher-level opposition. But you got to focus on what's the same from one game to the next. We spoke with Katie Schulfer and our Jason Zaleski. Let's hear what they had to say.
A walk and an intentional walk. Put runners at first and second. Coming home. Shallow left field. It's down. The Evergreens are going to try and score the winning run. It's misplayed by the outfielder. The run scores. Game over.
Our Auto Select pregame show coverage continues with DC Everest Evergreens manager Katie Schulfer. Coach, let's wrap up the Wednesday night game. Anxious moments, stressful moments, fun moments, all the way to the end. We played an extra inning. We were having so much fun. You and girls woke up on Thursday morning reflecting on the game. How?
I told them to enjoy Wednesday nights, and we talked about after our game ended the good things that we did and the things that we can push to help ourselves with Friday morning's game. And to be honest with you, we went to work at practice. We had a nice couple-hour practice to get ourselves ready for Kenosha, and that's how we started. And throughout the day, we spent time with each other.
Sometimes part of winning or losing at state is taking in, the actual stadium and the crowd and the noise and just all the stuff that goes around it, the send-off and the pomp and circumstance. Well, that's all gone now. You and the girls have had that experience. Does that make things even on Friday morning?
I mean, to be honest with you, with everything leading up to that Wednesday night game and the way that we talked about kind of what the moment was going to look like and through my previous experiences and just talking about it's another stadium. And some of these girls have played in stadiums that could be to this magnitude, but we made it another softball game and just we took our time with our warm up and doing those things in a different area, and we didn't rush ourselves, so it was like a normal day.
It's the number one seed, Kenosha Bradford. You'll take the field with them. First pitch at 9 a.m. Let's talk about you first. When was the last time, if ever, that you played a 9 a.m. first pitch?
May For this season, nothing, but I
Yeah,
mean,
ever.
besides, yeah, just summer stuff.
I mean, it's awfully early. I guess just talk to us about the routine of that and what the schedule looks like with a 9 a.m. first pitch.
Well, we're getting the girls to get to bed early and whatever their routine is to be organized tomorrow to have that ready to get up and be, fuel their bodies right away with what they can to not make themselves feel heavy and just, it's just earlier in the day and we got to be awake to be ready to go.
What about you and the coaches? What's the process to get ready for Kenosha Bradford?
Well, just helping keep the girls' minds at ease and focusing on ourselves. And, we're gonna have like a team meeting tonight. After our team dinner, we're gonna watch some of the D1, Kaukauna and Hamilton a little bit together, and then we're gonna talk about what tomorrow's gonna look like to, help ease their minds into, hey, it's another game. We've been through this process, and this is what it's gonna look like at 9 a.m.
I think I know the answer to this. Is there a process to get to know Kenosha Bradford, or is this just a matter of we're going to play evergreen softball?
It's what, like you just said, evergreen softball. They have Kenosha Bradford softball. We have our softball, and it's putting our noses down and playing hard and playing gritty, and it's going to take everything of their will to try to get past us.
It's a Friday, 9 a.m. first pitch coming up soon. Coach, best of luck.
All right, thank you.
Auto repairs, brakes, tires, and oil changes all in one place at Auto Select in Weston. At Auto Select, you can expect dependable automotive repair from the experts you can trust will exceed your expectations. Auto repair has never been so comfortable with a spacious, clean waiting room with refreshments along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. And ask about their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. For your next auto repair or maintenance, bring your vehicle to Auto Select on Schofield Avenue in Weston. In Stevens Point and Plover, at Auto Select, you're good to go.
And our pregame coverage is brought to you by Auto Select, Schofield Avenue in Weston, providing dependable vehicle repair, service, and tires for 22 years. A 3-year nationwide warranty, free roadside assistance. At Auto Select, you're good to go. Auto Select, Schofield Avenue, Weston, Highway 10 East, and Church Street in Stevens Point. I'm Chris Conley. Let's meet our starting lineups and batting orders, brought to you by Design Theory 19 in downtown Wausau. Design Theory 19 is the industrial leader for both residential and commercial design. Fresh, unique ideas to remodeling projects. New construction is their passion. Learn more at designtheory19.com. Their website, designtheory19.com. Evergreens play as the visiting team. They're wearing their black tops, green piping, black pants. Sydney Spear will lead off and play right field. Catching, Aubrey Klott, second. Mara Meverden bats third base. Designated player is Piper Schulz, who hits for shortstop Lauren Semro. Schulz will hit fourth. Pitcher Addison Cluck hits for herself and will bat fifth. Taylor Friedel, who delivered the game-winning hit in the eighth, is at first base and bats seventh. Bats sixth. Seventh is Brooke Brown, left field. Center field, Kelsey Meverden hits eighth, and Kelsey Woolley, second base, bats ninth. For the visiting Evergreen, Spear, Klott, Mara Meverden, Schultz, Cluck, Friedel, Brown, Kelsey Meverden, and Kelsey Woolley. Kenosha Bradford also wears black tops. Poor coordination, ladies. They'll be identified by their white bottoms. Aubrey Strelo leads off for Kenosha Bradford, plays right field. Catching is Angela Parker, second. Liliana Rodriguez, center field, bats third. Janiyah Robinson is the designated player. She'll hit fourth. Callie Lanhart, left field, fifth. Maddie Strelo, second base, sixth. Morgan Smith is the shortstop, seventh. Mona Duckworth-Torres plays third, bats eighth. And Morgan Christian, first base, bats ninth. Opposing pitcher Brooklyn Danielson does not hit for Kenosha. The Bradford Red Devils, each one of them, has a big red bow. That must be a project from one of the team managers or from one of the team moms for sure. Again, one of the differences between these teams, Bradford, been here, done that. Played here and won a year ago for the Evergreens' first ever trip to state. And of course, just one of the things about these teams, neither of them loses. Kenosha Bradford has won every game played in the state of Wisconsin. They went out of state and lost to a team from Illinois. They're 28-1. Evergreens arrived here at a 26-2 record. They had a loss to Toma and a loss in conference to Marshfield. Again, I would tell you, if you're not familiar with high-level, fast-pitch softball, runs are at a premium. I mean, eventually, every team brings a big-time pitcher to the party. And you figure, gee, you get a walk or you get a hit, you probably need 2 more hits to bring that runner all the way around. So sacrifices, stolen bases, they'll play a big factor in setting up whatever scoring we see. I think this sets up as a low-scoring game today. Kenosha was locked in a 0-0 game with Cedarburg until the 4th inning. Kenosha got a run in on a bases-loaded error, and then the very next inning, in the 5th, tallied 9 times to bring that game to an end under the 10-run rule. Evergreens had to play 8 innings before eking out a 1-0 win over Watertown. Let's go down to field level here at the Goodman Softball Complex for our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are not already doing so, please rise. And now, to honor America and all that it stands for, as well as our freedom and all those who serve to protect it, please join Chanel Gross from Bradford as he performs our national anthem.
Oh, see, can you see by the dawn's early light was so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The Evergreens play as the visitors. They'll be on the bat when we come right back. First pitch in the state semifinals next on Zaleski Sports.
If the check engine light comes on in your car, do you address it or hope it goes away on its own? Pain is your body's check engine light signaling that something isn't right. Innovative Health in Weston can help identify and fix the aches and pains of everyday life. We deliver effective chiropractic care for every joint in your body, from your neck to your back to your knees and feet. With 4 doctors on staff and advanced treatment options, we've been consistently voted a top chiropractic and sports medicine clinic in central Wisconsin. Whether you're a high school athlete, a pregnant mom, or just feeling the wear and tear of life, give us a call at Innovative Health in Weston today.
Feel better, live better, Innovative Health.
Kenosha Bradford has just taken the field, spent a little longer than you might expect in the team huddle in front of their dugout. They're on the third base side. Evergreens in their lucky first base dugout where they got that 1-0 win when we were here on Wednesday. Again, one of the tricky things here, this is an unusual start time. We'll get underway right on the dot at 9 o'clock. So for the Evergreens girls, I think the alarm clock probably went off before 5 this morning. A little more than 2 hours on the bus to get down here. It is a cloudy and cool morning. What little wind there is blowing from right to left. But aside from, we're in the 50s. It's 58 degrees at first pitch. We're going to see the 70s by this afternoon, but that's coming later today. So an unusual early start. Just one more thing at the state tournament that's an unusual situation. And, the good teams adjust. Eventually, you get to a point in the season where there are no easy games left. This game's going to be a tough one for whoever wins, and Kaukauna lies in wait for a Saturday game. The Evergreens are here. That'll be right here on Zaleski Sports. We're brought to you by Lead Car Toyota. Discover unbeatable deals and award-winning service at Lead Car Toyota Wausau, your full-service destination for everything Toyota. And a state-of-the-art collision center. Find Lead Car Toyota, North 20th Avenue in Wausau. Sydney Spear, a graduated senior, will be playing for UW-Madison. This will be her field next season when she's at the college level. She'll lead off from the left side. Spear's got speed. They play in at third base. First pitch, sectional semifinal underway. Sydney swings and misses. Strike one. Again, two super high-velocity pitchers will be going at it today, Brooklyn Danielson and Aubrey Cluck. 0-1, coming home. Checks her swing and lays off a pitch that's a little high, 1-1. Sid, during the regular season, hit just below 400, 398. Of course, everything gets tougher against the tougher pitching at this level. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on the outside corner. Would have been called a strike if she didn't take a whack at it. Yeah, the only team to beat Kenosha Bradford this year was Warren Township, Illinois, 7-5. Every Wisconsin opponent the Red Devils played, they've beaten. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Worked her up the ladder. Sydney Spear has struck out.
The catcher, Aubrey Clatz.
Aubrey Klott to hit now for the Evergreens. With the neon pink batting gloves. High and away, ball one. One of the things that separates elite softball pitchers from everybody else, even when they fall behind in the count, they tend to battle back. Free passes, not many. That's outside. 2 balls and no strikes. And again, because base runners will be at a premium in a game like this, Aubrey may be asked to take a pitch, see if she can get to 3-0 in the count. It's 2-0 here. Brooklyn Danielson ready to come home. That's high and away. 3 balls and no strikes. Aubrey may be asked to take 1 and maybe 2 more pitches here, see if she can get herself down to first base on the cheap. Brooklyn Danielson consults the wristband and comes home. Swing and a miss. That was going to be a strike anyway. 3-1. On that last pitch where Danielson was back in the strike zone, she was set and consulted the wristband. 3-1 pitch here. Swing and a miss. Led her high, and Aubrey couldn't catch up with it. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Evergreens have won a lot of low-scoring, tight games over the course of the season. This one figures to fall right into that category. 3-2 pitch here. Swing and a miss. Yeah, there it is. Danielson falls behind and gets to 3 balls, battles back, and won the battle. Struck out Aubrey Klott.
Third baseman,
Mara Meverden to hit now for the Evergreens. 2 up and 2 have struck out here in the top of the first. On the outside corner, strike. Brooklyn Danielson's a senior. Lots of other softball programs in the southern part of the state will be glad not to see her next season. 0-1 pitch. Up high, swing and a miss. That pitch that's led her high, but not quite at the shoulders. Evergreen's going to have to lay off that. You're not going to be able to catch up with it, and maybe it'll be judged a ball. Instead, Mara Meverden is down on the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Mara fouls one back. First Evergreen to make any kind of contact here in the first inning. Still no balls and 2 strikes. There's 2 outs and no one on here in the visitors' half of the first. That's away, a ball and 2 strikes. Fast Pitch Softball is brought to you by Nicolay Bank. Personal banking at its best. Locations in Wausau, Stevens Point, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill. Or online, nicolaybank.com. 1-2 pitch coming. Here it is. Fly ball to left center field. Left fielder is over and has a play. Callie Lambert has retired Mara Meverden. The Evergreens go in order. Bradford coming up in the bottom of the first when we come back on Zaleski Sports.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Winning or losing a game, they believe the team, school, and fans who support their athletes with dignity.
Addie Cluck takes the mound for the Evergreen. She's in the circle. She's got to match zeros with Brooklyn Daniels.
WIAA Rural Mutual Insurance Sportsmanship Award for 60 years, all the way back to 1965.
Softball coverage today from Madison. State semifinals brought to you by Great Lakes Cheese in Wausau. A state-of-the-art facility with excellent benefits, pay, culture, and much more. Join a growing company and get your career on the right path. Learn more and apply at greatlakescheese.com. Addison Cluck's night on Wednesday. She allowed only one hit. Struck out 10, walked none. So base runners against Addie were at a premium. Aubrey Strelo to lead off for the Red Devils. Double Strelos today. Aubrey plays right field. Maddie plays second base. Hits from the left-hand side. Here we come. Little inside, ball one. That's just off the outside corner. 2 balls and no strikes. We've said this before. Again, with Addison Cluck, not a lot of balls are put in play. She's always a high strikeout pitcher. But when the ball is put in play, the Evergreens are a good defensive team. That's up high, 3-0. Nope, high strike. High strike. Home plate umpire, I think we are just out of earshot. We're behind the plate, but a little bit further back, just over the umpire's left shoulder. I don't think he hears us. Outside, it's 3-1. Both of these teams off yesterday. Comes right back with a strike, and the count fills up. Addison Cluck versus Aubrey Strelo. Coming home. Slow roller to short. Semro across the diamond has it. First batter retired. So here in the first inning, both pitchers have gotten to 3 balls in the count, and both pitchers have come back to win that battle. Here's Angela Parker. Inside. Up on the scoreboard, they give us the regular season batting averages. Angela Parker, .443. And this is a line drive to left, almost overrunning it, but making the catch back across her body is Brooke Brown. Brown thought she was going to have to take 2 or 3 steps to keep that out of the gap, and then wound up reaching across the front of her jersey and made the catch before overrunning that ball. There's the second out.
Center fielder Liliana Rodriguez.
Here's Liliana Rodriguez with 2 outs and nobody on. Strike 1. France Propane is your locally owned, complete service propane company serving all of central Wisconsin for 2 generations. Learn more at francepropane.com. France Propane, local, quality, family. Swing and a miss. Addison Cluck goes ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Just off the outside corner. That's a close pitch to take. Looking at the crowd here, Bradford fans to my left, Everest fans to my right. That's fouled off down the first base side and out of play. Both teams about evenly represented. I know on Wednesday, Watertown, their fans had a shorter drive here than the Everest fans. By the end of the game, not only the lower part of the seating bowl, but the area up above was filled with Watertown fans. If there was going to be a post-game rumble, that would not have worked out well. Little high, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Back in central Wisconsin, it was raining this morning. Well, if that's where you're listening to us, you already know. Once we got south of Stevens Point, rain stopped. It's been dry here. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Got her. Liliana Rodriguez is struck out. Both pitchers work a 3-up, 3-down first inning. Scoreless on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, this is Brian Butch, former college and professional basketball player, here with a message from Abbey Bank. Abbey Bank is thankful for their customers. Your continued trust means the world. Join them each Friday in June for Customer Appreciation Fridays. Stop into any Abbey Bank location for a free Wisconsin dairy treat. A small way to say thank you and to celebrate June Dairy Month. It's their way of showing appreciation while supporting our hardworking Wisconsin dairy farmers. Abbey Bank, where they make banking about you. This ad is sponsored by Abbey Bank, member FDIC.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
We're back in Madison as we go to the top of the second. The Evergreens will bat. Both teams retired in order in the first inning. I'm Chris Conley. Glad you found us for your early wake-up call. Team that wins today plays for a state championship on Saturday tomorrow. Team that loses has a bus ride home to reminisce about this season. Both teams well accomplished. Piper Schulz will lead off for the Evergreens. Schulz hits from the left side against Brooklyn Danielson. Brooklyn's outside, ball one. Infinity Exteriors is installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, windows built to last, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. That's Infinity Exteriors, a guarantee of quality you can trust. 1-0 pitch. Up high, swing and a miss. Again, that's the pitch that the Evergreens are going to have to adjust to. It's at the letters or above, may be judged a ball if you can lay off it. But that high pitch, no one's going to swing the bat and catch up to it. And if you do, you're going to chop it into the ground for a ground out. Swing and a miss in the same spot, 1-2. The Evergreens in many games have gotten off to a slow start offensively, that they've manufactured or churned out runs in the later innings. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Piper Schulz. Chatting with Piper's dad, who also arrived early, he said, "I'm ready for tomorrow. See you tomorrow," he said. Confident of a win today against Kenosha Bradford. It's easier said than done, isn't it? 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss and a pitch on the outside corner. Brooklyn Danielson has struck out 3 of the first 4 batters she's faced. Here's the opposing pitcher, Addison Cluck.
The pitcher, Addison Cluck.
Cluck digs into the right side batter's box, ready to go. On the inside corner, called, strike 1. Floodlights are on this cloudy early morning in Madison. Swings at the high one that was going to be judged a ball. That was going to be up above the shoulders. Brooklyn Danielson doesn't need a lot of help. She's ahead in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Just off the outside corner. Catcher Angela Parker tried to frame that up for our home plate umpire. It was outside, 1-2. Coming home, swing and a miss, the high hard one. Brooklyn Danielson's got a 4th strikeout. Taylor Friedel, hero on Wednesday with a softly hit ball to left field that brought around a runner from second base in the 8th inning. So we'll see if Taylor can keep the good vibes going here. on the outside corner. Strike one. Again, there's a pitch in a spot that no one's going to do anything with. To the right-handed batter on the outside corner. Evergreens have struggled to put balls in play against Brooklyn Danielson. Another swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, Danielson so far has just given the Evergreens nothing to work with. She's ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Coming home, swing and a miss on the inside. Brooklyn Danielson strikes out the side and has retired 5 of the first 6 batters via K. We'll go to the bottom of the second, and we are scoreless between Everest and Kenosha Bradford on Zaleski Sports.
For the very best in craftsmanship and innovative construction, put your trust in Scherer Construction. You'll see their work when you drop your kids at school, visit the public library, drive past the fire station, or even in the industrial park. Scherer Construction has helped countless homeowners with bringing their dreams to life, and hundreds of businesses create beautiful facilities that make our communities shine all throughout Wisconsin. For your next residential, commercial, municipal, or educational construction project, join the countless others who have put their faith in Scherer Construction. Find their location right here in Wausau or online at schererconstruction.com.
Softball tournament to browse and purchase branded merchandise.
We're back in Madison. We go to the bottom of the second. Neither team has a base runner yet.
WIAA website and select the
I'm Chris Conley. We're so glad to be bringing you this state semifinal coverage, girls fast pitch softball. 4, 5, and 6 to hit for the Red Devils. Janiah Robinson is the designated player. She hits for the pitcher.
Janiah Robinson.
Just outside, ball 1. Kenosha has made more contact. 2 of their first 3 batters have put the ball in play from the first inning. Here we are, bottom of the second. Swing and a miss. That's up high. Helped Addison Cluck there to a ball and a strike. We have said this before. This Everest team is so loose. Goofing around on the bus ride home. Being loose has been part of the secret sauce. Swing and a miss there, in on the hands. 1 and 2. And I think baseball, softball, you want to stay loose. Let the game come to you. Addie is ahead in the count 1-2, ready to come home against Robinson up high, 2 and 2. Both of these teams played Wednesday and one off since then. Up the ladder, Janiah Robinson swings and misses. Could not catch up with the heat of Addison Cluck. Addie's second strikeout.
Left fielder, Kylie Lanhart.
Kylie Lanhart will take her turn. Strike 1. At the letters or maybe a little bit below. Kylie hits from the right side. Up the middle. Out of the reach of pitcher Addison Cluck and into center field. There's the first base runner of the morning. Kylie Lanhart singles, and there's a one-out base runner for the Red Devils. Maddie Strelo to hit.
Second baseman, Maddie Strelo.
Do you try and move that runner over to second base? Early bunt here? Yes. Pulls the bat back. Ball 1 up high. Evergreens have third baseman Mara Meverden almost halfway down the line between third base and home plate. Bunt is off there, and it's on the outside corner, 1-1. Maddie Strelo did not square at all. One out, runner on first, coming home looking to bunt here. It's down the third base line. Only play to first base, got her by a step. Mara Meverden gets it over, no problem. But the Red Devils now have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs.
The shortstop, Morgan Smith.
7th hitter, Morgan Smith, looking for a hit to the outfield to drive that run in. There are 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Big cut from Morgan Smith. Looking to ticket that to somewhere in left field. First scoring threat for either side. Kylie Lanhart, runner at second. Smith trying to pick her up. Smacked foul down the third base side. Strike 2. Addison Cluck is 1 strike away from stranding that runner in scoring position. 0-2 pitch. Just outside. Close one to take. 1-2. And again, in a game here where you think there are going to be more zeros for half innings than anything else, as we get to the later stages, there'll be oohs and ahs on every close call at the plate. Fly ball to left. It's in foul territory and falls harmlessly in the left field corner. Didn't elevate enough for left fielder Brooke Brown to make a play on that. A 1-out single and a sacrifice puts that runner out at second base. There are 2 outs, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here. Coming home, popped up. This is going to end the inning. It's on the infield. Third baseman Mara Meverden makes the catch. The inning is over. The Evergreens navigate around a little early trouble. 2 innings complete. Bradford nothing, Everest nothing on Zaleski Sports.
Great Lakes Cheese in Wausau is hiring full-time second and third shifts with competitive starting wages and a pay increase every 90 days during your first year. Great Lakes Cheese invests in their employees. Apply today at jobs.greatlakescheese.com.
The doctor basically said, you're going to be in a wheelchair and walking with a walker. And I'm like, what? I'm like, that's my life. That's my life story. I looked around on the internet and I found Shai at Next Step Prosthetics. And I came in and met with him and I felt so comfortable here, so unfearful. He said, we're going to get you up and walking.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
7, 8, and 9 in the Everest batting order to hit here in the top of the third. Scoreless game. Brooklyn Danielson has been overpowering. The Kenosha Bradford pitcher has struck out 5 of the first 6 batters that she's faced. Evergreens have had trouble putting the ball in play. Here's Brooke Brown. At what point do the Evergreens think maybe a well-placed bunt down the third base line might do it? Get them an early base runner. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com. Find an agent near you. Brooklyn Danielson ready to operate. Top of the third is on. Up high, ball 1. For the Evergreens, it's a team that's loaded with seniors, looking for one more game. Came back in and challenged Brown. She swings and misses. A ball and a strike. Again, I don't think the Evergreens have seen a pitcher like Brooklyn Danielson. Danielson is at least as high velocity, maybe even a little more than Addison Cluck. Checked her swing and laid off a ball that's high. Appeal down to first. Nope, she didn't go. 2 balls and a strike. Yeah, from our broadcast spot, we're right behind home plate. You can appreciate the velocity of both of these pitchers. Tipped back into the catcher's glove for strike 2. 2-2 now. Danielson to Brown. Coming home. Called strike 3. That may have been a ball, may have been a little bit wide. No matter. Too close to take. Brown is down on strike. 6 Ks for Brooklyn Danielson. Kelsey Meverden to hit now. Swings and misses. Outside corner, hard one. Kelsey's a graduated senior. Mara Meverden, who plays third base, a junior. She's back next year. 0-1 pitch. High and away, 1-1. Brooklyn Danielson gets the ball back and takes a walk outside the circle before coming back to the pitching rubber. And now a little cat and mouse. Kelsey Meverden asks for time at the plate, and it is granted. So eventually we're going to see another pitch here. 1 out, none on for the Evergreens in the visitors' third. Strike just below the letters, 1-2. Yeah, at least for now, Brooklyn Danielson appears to be pretty much unhittable. Evergreens have to weather this storm, and maybe they'll live to fight again in the later innings. That's outside, 2-2. Brooklyn Danielson again takes a walk behind the circle before coming back in. Kelsey Meverden is waiting on a 2-2 pitch. Inside. Didn't miss by much. Kelsey kind of flinched backwards. May have impacted the call there. So not strike 3, instead ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Evergreens will do anything for their first base runner. Three-2 pitch. Swung at ball 4. That was at the shoulders. Kelsey Meverden has struck out. I know when someone brings the heat like Brooklyn Danielson, it feels like the pitcher is right on top of you. The decision of swing or no swing has to be made in an instant. But that swing cost the Evergreens their first base runner of the game, Kelsey Woolley, to hit with 2 outs, and the base is empty. On the inside corner, strike 1. Ridgetop Exteriors says just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. Roofing, siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has a winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com. Framed up on the outside corner for strike 2. Kelsey Woolley, another one of these Everest players, class of 2025. Swings and misses, sees just 3 pitches. Brooklyn Danielson has struck out the side in back-to-back innings. She has 8 strikeouts. Bradford's coming up in the bottom of the third, and there is no score in this state softball semifinal game on Zaleski Sports.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Selling your car to Dahl Auto is quick and easy. Bring your title and keys, and you'll have a check in as little as 30 minutes. Still owe money on your vehicle? No problem. We'll take care of it. Dahl Auto. Simple.
Bradford has had the only hit and the only base runner. That came with 1 out in the second inning. They're now on the bat in the home half of the third. I'm Chris Conley. Zaleski Sports coverage of the State Fast Pitch Division I semifinals. Mona Duckworth-Torres takes ball 1 outside. Mona hits 8th in the Red Devils batting order, so 8, 9, and 1 to face Addison Cluck. On the hands and up over our broadcast location and out of play. Peterson Kramer Funeral Home is committed to providing personal and compassionate care for each customer. Let Peterson Kramer Funeral Home step up for you in your time of need. High and away, 2 balls and 1 strike. Right now, it's a question of which one of these pitchers blinks first. 2-1. Fly ball to right. Over is Sidney Spear. Lots of time to get under it, and Sid makes the catch. Kenosha has made a lot more contact against Addison Cluck than the Evergreens have against Brooklyn Danielson. So does that eventually lead to some scoring for the Red Devils? It has not yet. Morgan Christian to hit, number 9 spot. Up high, ball 1. Innovative Health says pain is your body's check engine light, signaling something's not right. Come to Innovative Health in Weston for the best in chiropractic care to keep your body running the way it's meant to work. Feel better, live better, Innovative Health. Inside, just missed. 2 balls, no strikes. Some of the Everest fans beyond the first base dugout chirping about that. That one is back in. Swept across home plate. 2-1. One out and none on as we play the home half of the 3rd inning. That's down a little low. 3 balls and 1 strike. Again, this is the number 9 hitter in the Red Devils order. Don't want to be issuing a free pass here. Want to challenge number 9. Up high, called strike. Oh my goodness. Morgan Christian had already thrown the bat and was 2 steps down to first base before she gets called back. 3-2. And the Kenosha dugout has something to say about that. 3-2 pitch. Fly ball on the infield. Semro, the shortstop, is back and makes the catch just before the outfield grass. So Morgan Christian thought she was on first base until she wasn't. Instead, she flies out harmlessly. 2 outs and none on for Aubrey Strelo, and to the top of the Red Devils batting order.
Fielder Aubrey Strelo.
Strelo, a .370 hitter during the regular season. First pitch to Aubrey, fouled off towards the Kenosha dugout, out of play. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com. Find an agent near you. Oh, 1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Up high, and a pitch that would have been a ball. Shoulders or above. Again, the high-velocity pitches, I mean, they're just eye candy. They're really, really hard to lay off. Addison Cluck is ahead 0-2 in the count. That's high and away, 1-2. Addie so far has 2 strikeouts, no walks, and has allowed 1 hit. 1-2, she's looking to close out the bottom of the 3rd inning here. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. The inning comes to an end. Addie's retired the last 5 that she's faced. We are through 3, fast moving. No score between the Red Devils and Evergreens on Zaleski Sports.
I'm Jamie Schley. As your American Family Insurance agent, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing is wrong. Give me a call or stop by our new office location, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Here we go to the top of the fourth inning. The Evergreens have the top of their order due up. Sydney Spear, Aubrey Klott, and Mara Meverden, 1, 2, and 3. Evergreens have struggled to put balls in play so far in this game. Our softball coverage is sponsored by Fleet Farm. No matter what your everyday life looks like, Fleet Farm has you covered. Best prices guaranteed, auto, pet, bird, farm, and snacks. Fleet Farm has everything you need, all at the lowest prices. Takes outside, ball 1 to Sydney Spear. Again, Spear from the left side. Does she try and put a bunt down to get aboard? Let's see. She did indeed offer at it, trying to bunt. It's a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Mona Duckworth-Torres is the Red Devils' third baseman. She's thinking the same way we are. She's 3, maybe 4 steps in at third base. A ball and a strike as we lead off the fourth inning. Swing and a miss, so the bunt was on for just one time. 1-2. Yeah, the Evergreens have had 9 batters up. 8 of them have struck out. 1-2 to Sid. Swing and a miss on the outside corner. Sydney Spear has struck out for the second time in this game. Here's Aubrey Klott.
The catcher, Aubrey Klott.
Aubrey thought about bunting too. Called strike on the outside corner. That the Evergreens are thinking of trying to lay down a bunt shows you how desperate they are for a base runner, something they have not had yet in this game. 0-1 pitch. And it's bunted to third. Third baseman has it and throws out, not particularly close at first base. Again, Mona Duckworth-Torres was already in several steps. 2 up, 2 down for Mara Meverden.
Mara Meverden.
Mara hit .395 during the regular season. But again, the waters just get deeper with a pitcher like Brooklyn Danielson. First ball swinging, swings right through it. Strike 1. Mara digs in, is waiting on an 0-1 pitch. Swing and fouled off. Off the catcher's mask and then off the umpire's mask. Everyone's all right back there. No balls and 2 strikes. This game to me feels like that it turns on a defensive error. Maybe it's a miscue that allows one of these teams to break through and score a run. There's only been 1 hit between them as we play the top of the fourth. Mara Meverden's waiting on an 0-2 pitch with 2 outs. And there's a well-hit ball into left center field. The Evergreens have their first hit. It's up against the wall for extra bases. Mara Meverden gets the Evergreens on track with a 2-out double. A gapper for Mara Meverden. Here comes Piper Schultz. And just like that, the Red Devils will have to sweat a little bit. A hit to the outfield gives the Evergreens a lead here. There are 2 outs. Piper struck out her first time. Swing and a miss there. In the home second, Bradford had a runner at second base with 2 outs. Could not get the timely hit. Evergreens are looking for that 2-out knock here. 0-1. Tipped back. Strike 2. If the inning continues, Addison Cluck will hit for the Evergreens. Can Piper Scholes deliver a little two-strike bingo? Meverden's got good speed at second base. They'll try and bring her around on anything to the outfield. That is outside, 1-2. Piper did a good job laying off. Want to make the pitcher earn it in the spot. Brooklyn Danielson trying to leave that runner stranded at second. She's coming home, foul back towards us. I did not bring my glove to the game, but I was ready to make a play on it. Into the screen in front of us. As we said in Wednesday's broadcast, I'm the defending Gold Glove announcers champion. Chris makes all the plays that come back towards him. We'll do 1 ball and 2 strikes again. Swing and a miss. Brooklyn Danielson navigates a 2-out double. The Evergreens do not score. Bottom of the 4th next, 0-0 Red Devils and Evergreens on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Kenosha ready to hit in the bottom of the 4th. 0-0. Both teams now have a hit. Both teams have left a runner stranded at second base with 2 outs. Kenosha has 2, 3, and 4 in their batting order. The Red Devils' biggest bats. Angela Parker to lead off. Parker's a big bat, you can just tell. Bigger, broad-shouldered kid, hit .443 during the regular season. You'd like her to lead off with nobody on. You'd be a little scared if there was traffic on the bases. She takes outside, strike 1. Strike 1 on the outside corner. Ground ball to third, fair ball. Underneath the third baseman's glove, Mara Meverden, and into the left field corner. It's a long single. A leadoff base runner for Kenosha Bradford. So already this is the most promising situation for either of these teams in this game. Courtesy runner's going to come out for Angela Parker. Jasmine Granados will be the courtesy runner.
Now batting, center fielder, Liliana Rodriguez.
I think everyone here at the Goodman Softball Complex knows that Liliana Rodriguez is going to be asked for a sacrifice bunt in this spot. So Bradford opens up the 4th with a hit. Squares to bunt, didn't give it away till the last minute, and it's outside. Ball 1. Pulled the bat back. Taylor Friedel, the Everest first baseman, would charge in to play a ball that's bunted to the right side. Kelsey Woolley, the second baseman, would cover first base. That's up high. Runner's trying to steal. Throw down there, goes into the outfield. A stolen base. The runner does not advance beyond that. Nobody out, and a runner at second. At 2 balls and no strikes, Rodriguez is still going to be asked to bunt that runner from second to third. The throw from catcher Aubrey Klatt, 1 hopped to the bag. 2-0 pitch. Bunt stays on, that's outside. 3 balls and no strikes. How would the Evergreens feel about a walk here? Well, I mean, Bradford's willing to give up an out. but you'd be happier, I think, keeping that runner at second base. Pulls it back. It's a called strike, 3-1. What Everest would really love is for Addison Cluck to battle back and get a strikeout, keep that runner stranded at second. Red Devils are trying to move a runner over to third with one or no outs. The bunt is down. It's rolling down the first base side. Foul. Foul ball. 3-2. All of this because of a leadoff single down the left field line and then a stolen base. The count now is 3-2 on Liliana Rodriguez. Fouled off. Janiyah Robinson, the number 4 hitter for the Red Devils, waits in the on-deck circle. So this is the best scoring opportunity for either time, and it's the best bats for the Red Devils, too. Fouled back again. We stay at 3-2. Nobody out. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Just missed on the outside corner. Borderline, could have gone any way. It's judged a ball. And there are now runners at first and second with nobody out. There's a force at any base.
Designated player, Janiyah Robinson.
Janiyah Robinson struck out her first time. Evergreens play third base in. Bunt is not on, and it's inside for a ball. At least Janiyah Robinson didn't give it away. Or she missed a sign. Now a much longer stare down the third base coaching box. First and second for Kenosha with nobody out. Bunt is still not on. Called strike, 1-1. So the Red Devils have enough confidence in Janiyah Robinson that they're asking her to drive in a run here. She's shown no tendency to bunt in this spot. Now she lays the bunt down, and it's a good one. Only plays to first. They get the out there. Runners advance. Mara Meverden, the third baseman, had to come in quickly and got that ball over in time. One out, but two in scoring position. Addison Cluck has struck out only 2. Boy, does she need one here. Kylie Lanhart to bat. 1 out, and runners at second and third. This is a huge at-bat here. And she's looking to bunt. It's a fair ball. And they're going to tag the runner out between third and home. That ball died right in front of the plate. Runner at second really needed to advance to third base and didn't. The Evergreens get the lead runner for the second out of the inning. Aubrey Klatt picked that ball up. It was dead right in front of home plate and is able to tag out the runner. Boy, that's a base running mistake. With runners at second and third, the runner at third base could have held the bag and not tried to come home. Runners only at first and second. Strelo is looking to bunt. I believe that's judged a ball as she pulled the bat back. Big Blue will tell us in just a moment. So now there are 2 outs, and the Evergreens can get out of danger. Strelo is thinking about bunting again. There are 2 down. Not sure I get what the strategy is here. You're going to need to hit the ball out of the infield to get a run in. I believe here we're at 2 balls and no strikes to Maddie Strelo. This would feel like a moral victory for the Evergreens if they wiggle off the hook here. This is bunted down the third base side. Foul ball. Foul ball. Mara Meverden was charging in, was looking to pick that up and make a play to first, which would have ended the inning. 2 balls and 1 strike. Maddie Strelo laid down a successful sacrifice back in the second, but nothing came of it. 2-1 pitch, up high, 3-1. A walk would load the bases. If the Evergreens get out of this without allowing a run, this would be a bend but don't break inning. On the outside corner, called strike. Again, Bradford thought that was ball 4. Instead, the count is full. Addison Cluck looks to find the exit here in the home half of the 4th and hang up another 0. 1 pitch away from doing it. Outside corner, strike 3 called. Right in the same spot. 2 that the Red Devils thought were outside. Home plate umpire disagrees. Bradford got a runner to third, thrown out on a bunt trying to come home. The shutout remains intact. We'll go to the top of the 5th when we come right back on Zaleski Sports.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
To my eyes, it was a base-running mistake that scotched Kenosha Bradford's chances of scoring in the bottom of the 4th. They had runners at second and third, so the runner at third doesn't have to come home. And instead, on kind of a dribbler up the third base side, she was coming home and was tagged out. Play wasn't even close. So the Evergreens get out of a jam. It's still 0-0. Top of the 5th is on. We're brought to you by Sherrill Tire. For all your tire and auto service needs, look to Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Great deals on tires that fit your needs. They'll get you back on the road. Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Addy takes up high for a ball. As good as this team has been, the team is centered around the great pitching of Addison Cluck. Cluck can hit too, .329 hitter during the season. Strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Watertown showed the respect for Addison Cluck when the Evergreens had a leadoff runner aboard. They issued an intentional walk to Addie. Didn't want her to have a chance to drive in the game-winning run in the 8th inning. Taylor Friedel did. That's fouled back off the stanchion behind home plate, 1-2. Light breeze blowing to left as the sun is trying to burn off some of the clouds. When the sun finally does come out, it's going to warm up quickly here. A ball and 2 strikes, pitcher to pitcher. Popped up on the infield in foul territory. Catcher will make a play. Angela Parker has retired Addison Cluck in foul ground behind home plate. The aforementioned Taylor Friedel, hero on Wednesday, will take her turn with 1 out and the base is empty. Next Step Prosthetics has been providing prosthetics and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step. Contact Next Step Prosthetics today. Swings and misses of that hard one on the outside corner. Strike 1. These teams have only 3 losses between them for the entire season. Swing and a miss came inside. No balls, 2 strikes. Kenosha Bradford brings in 29 games, 28 wins. Evergreens are right behind them, 26-2. For the Evergreens, that 26 wins, a softball program record by far. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Taylor Friedel sees just 3 pitches and is struck out for the second time in this game. Here's Brooke Brown, also a strikeout victim her first time. Brookie is 0 for 1.
Left fielder, Brooke Brown.
Kenosha's got 2 hits in the ball game. Evergreens have 1. Brown slices that foul. Tina Prawl, who is coaching at first base, did a little bit of the Mexican hat dance to get out of the way of that slicing foul ball down the first base side. Coach Tina can still play defense, I suspect. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss up high. No balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, these low-scoring, limited base runner games, fast pitch plays fast. 0-2 pitch. Up high. 1-2. Brooke is ready. Evergreen's looking for a 2-out base runner. Swing and a miss. Brooklyn Danielson strikes out 2 of the 3 in a 3-up, 3-down 5th. Bradford up in the bottom of the 5th when we come back. 0-0 on Zaleski Sports.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Bottom of the 5th is on. I'm Chris Conley. I'll just tell you how this ball game feels. It feels like Kenosha Bradford is the team that's more likely to break through than the Evergreens. They've done a little more with Everest starting pitcher Addison Cluck than the Evergreens have been able to do with Brooklyn Danielson. Danielson's got a 12 strikeout ball game so far. 7, 8, and 9, the bottom part of the Bradford order, and that smacked foul was over the head of third baseman Mara Meverton, but lands in foul territory behind the bag. Yeah, Bradford's been able to generate more traffic on the bases, but you know what? Everest fans, what does that mean if you can't cash anyone in, can't bring anyone all the way around? Still 0-0. I mean, all it takes is one big swing of the bat, which would change the look and feel of this game completely. Just off the outside corner, 1-1. The bottom third of the Bradford order, 0 for 3, first time up, and this is their second time round against Addison Cluck. That's away, 2 balls and 1 strike. What you don't want is to issue a walk or to get more traffic on the bases. Then Bradford's big bats at the top of their order might get a chance to hit with runners on. Addison Cluck's really looking for a 3-up, 3-down, bottom of the 5th. It's popped up and foul up towards the press box here at the Goodman Softball Complex. 2-2. This is a WIAA event hosted at the University of Madison, and this is a spectacular softball facility. Everything is just picture perfect at Goodman. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Coming home, ground ball back to the pitcher. Addie's got it, throws over to first, easy out. Morgan Smith is retired. Mona Duckworth-Torres to hit.
Third baseman, Mona Duckworth-Torres.
Mona's the only player with kind of a light batting average for the Red Devils, .235. Plays a good defensive third base. Chips the first pitch back into the catcher's glove, strike 1. Mona flied out to right field her first time up, so she made some contact. Sliced down the first base side and into the screen. No balls and 2 strikes. A lot of Everest fans here up the first base side. Hope everyone's having a good time here at Madison. You know, the challenge is when it's just a pressure-packed game like this, 0-0, it's hard to exhale. This is popped up. Will it be on the infield? No, it's foul. No balls and 2 strikes.
As a reminder, fans, as foul balls make their way into the stands, do not throw them back onto the field, and please do not keep them. Please hand them over to our friendly ushers wearing the light green-colored shirts. They will deliver the balls back.
Addison Cluck's ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. There's 1 out and no one on for Duckworth Torres. Coming home. Boy, that must have been just low. Not sure where that was. 1 and 2. Too close to take. Instead, Duckworth Torres will see 1 more pitch in this sequence at least. 1-2. On the fists. Foul. Catcher diving. She made that play. That looked like it was going to be up against the backstop. Aubrey Klatt lays out and makes the catch. I mean, at this level of play, with the way this game feels, every out is huge. That just takes away a chance for someone putting the ball in play. A diving catch at a ball that had like 0 hang time on it. And Aubrey Klatt lays out and makes the play. Morgan Christian will now hit with 2 outs and nobody on. It's the Evergreen's best defensive play of the ball game. That's just off the outside corner. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Red Devils and Evergreens, all zeros so far. On the inside corner, called strike 1, 2-1. Morgan Christian is 0 for 1. She popped out on the infield her last time up. 2-1 pitch, swung at what would have been ball 3. Chased one high above her shoulders. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cluck has 4 strikeouts. She's walked 1 and has allowed just 2 hits. 2-2 pitch here. Strike 3 called, inning over. Addison Cluck goes 3 up, 3 down through the bottom third of the Bradford order. We go to the 6th, 0-0 on Zaleski Sports.
The auto service specialist at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service can change your oil, fix your brakes, align your vehicle, make that check engine light go away, and more. Great service from great people at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
I knew I wanted to start an agency that honored those small town values like relationships and service. Our mission is to sell insurance ethically and with integrity to protect our clients' needs today, tomorrow, and in the future.
Not everybody understands insurance, and it's a good day when I can help give peace of mind.
When working with Access Insurance, we are a team, so you don't just get one of us, you get all 4 of us. Access Insurance Agency, our business revolves around you.
It's a 0-0 game as we go to the top of the 6th inning, so it's already late. Evergreens have only 1 hit against Brooklyn Danielson. 8, 9, and 1 to hit in the Everest batting order here in the 6th. For both of these teams, their big bats, their best players will hit at least 1 more. See if we're ticketed for extra innings. Evergreens will get Sydney Spear, their leadoff hitter, to the plate in this inning. Bradford will have 1, 2, and 3 in the home half of the 6th inning coming up. Kelsey Meverden to lead off for the Evergreens. Kelsey struck out her first time. The Red Devils pinch in at both first and third base, wondering if Kelsey Meverden's going to try and lay down a bunt to get aboard. Nope, swinging and swings and misses. Strike 1. We're brought to you by Newton Electric. Residential to commercial, industrial to agriculture. Newton Electric in Wausau has been serving central Wisconsin since 1977. 0-1 pitch. Soft fly ball to second. Second baseman Matty Strelo is back and makes the catch. Call Newton Electric or find them online, newtonelec.com. That's newtonelec.com. Kelsey Woolley also struck out her first time up. First pitch to Kelsey, swings and misses. It was inside on the hands, strike one. Evergreen's only base runner, Amara Meverden, 2-out double to the gap in left center. Nothing since. Swing and a miss, too. Long set, just low. A ball and 2 strikes. Woolley takes a borderline pitch and will fight again to see another. Swung at the high, hard one. A 13th strikeout for Brooklyn Danielson. 2 up, 2 down in the visitors' 6th. Here comes Sydney Spear. Spear has struck out in both of her plate appearances, so that's not like her. If the Evergreens can somehow get Sid aboard, she's got speed. Gnevska to steal a base. Great first to third speed for Sid. Again, if she can get on here. 2 outs, bases are empty. She lays down a bunt that rolls foul. Sydney deadened that just up the third base line. If that's not foul, she probably beats it out. Swing and a miss. Bunt is off there, and Sid swings at a pitch that's off the outside corner. I've just been told that the Division I state softball record for extra innings is what? 18 strikeouts is the Division I record. Swing and a miss. There's the 14th as Sydney Spear is out on strikes. It's a 3 up, 3 down inning. Kenosha Bradford coming up in the bottom of the 6th. 0-0 when we come back on Zaleski Sports.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Take your education out of the classroom and give New Spaces a spin. Wherever you are, North Central Technical College is there with flexible learning options, including rolling start dates and 100% online classes. Earn your degree around your life.
Here we go in the bottom of the 6th. Neither team has broken through yet. This may be the toughest inning of work for Everest starting pitcher Addison Cluck. She'll have to face 1, 2, and 3 in the Bradford order. Aubrey Strelo to lead off. Fly ball down the first base side. It's foul. It's up on the roof of the dugout. Bradford sits on the third base side in what would be the UW-Madison, the Badgers softball team dugout. No balls and a strike, coming home. On the outside corner, strike 2. Aubrey Strelo just kind of froze in the batter's box like she thought that was outside. Instead, she's down, no balls, 2 strikes. Aubrey is 0 for 2, a ground out and a strikeout. Up high, 1 and 2. The Red Devils had a chance to score in the fourth. A leadoff single and then a walk, so they had 2 on and nobody out. Bunted them over to second and third. Had an out made at the plate. Slow roller to short. Semro's got to hurry. Got her by a step. Lauren Semro knew that ball was not hit particularly hard, that she was going to have to hustle the throw, and she did. Angela Parker singled her last time up. 1 for 2 today. Again, Parker's the bat that scares you the most. Strike on the outside corner. Yeah, with 1 out, a dribbler up the third base line. The runner at third didn't have to come home and did, and was tagged out easily at the plate. Popped up, second baseman going back. It's over the second baseman's head and falls into right field. A 1-out base runner. Angela Parker is the first player in the 2-hit club today. Not hit hard, just over the head and out of the range of Kelsey Woolley. Courtesy runner comes out.
Courtesy runner for the catcher, Parker at first base, number 15, Robin Lowen.
Robin Lowen, who is not the courtesy runner that we saw earlier, will come out to courtesy run. We saw Jasmine Granados as the courtesy runner earlier. Liliana Rodriguez walked and struck out. Big lead at first base. Runner is not going, and it's called strike 1. Do you give up the second out in the inning on a sacrifice bunt in the name of getting the winning run over to second base? That's away. 1 ball and 1 strike. That's the strategy decision for Bradford here. 1 out, runner at first. 1-1 pitch, fouled back. 1-2. Yeah, no indication of any bunt being on here. I mean, you got to somehow move that runner to first, from first to second. 1-2 pitch, ground ball to second base. Only plays to first. That does move the runner over. Slow roller. Kelsey Woolley had no chance to get the lead runner. There is the second out. This is the 3rd time in the game that the Red Devils have had a runner in scoring position. Janiyah Robinson will try and cash that runner in. There are 2 outs. A timely hit here would bring the Everest season down to a final 3 outs in the visitors' 7th. We're playing the bottom of the 6th. She thought about bunting. Runner's going over to third. The throw is wild into the outfield. And a run's going to score. We thought that maybe the game would turn on a mistake, and it just did. The courtesy runner, Robin Lowen, steals third base, and the throw down there was wild. Aubrey Klott is going to be assessed an error. Throw is down at the feet of the second baseman. A stolen base and an error, and it's 1-0. So the Evergreens give away a run here in the bottom of the 6th. And that's away. It's 2 balls and no strikes. So now the Evergreens will need a run in the top of the 7th to keep the game and their season going. They will have 2, 3, and 4 in their batting order to hit. The count at home plate is 2 balls and no strikes. Fouled back, 2-1. To my eyes, the base at third was already stolen, so the throw down kind of ill-advised. I know you're hoping for an exceptional play, maybe something happens, but the throw was down at the third baseman's feet and went into the outfield. And Bradford scores a run. Stolen base at third, and a throwing error brings the runner in. Here at the plate, it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. There's a strikeout, but the Evergreens know what they need. a one-out single, a stolen base, and a throwing error. Bradford has the lead, 1-0. We go to the seventh and final. The Evergreen season is on the line when we come back on Zaleski Sports.
The first tube was bent in 1968 back in a garage by our house. Shortly after that, we moved into a rented space in a machine shop.
Moving into this building in 2000 at 90,000 square feet.
So right now we sit at 165,000 square feet.
150 employees. Every day we look at how grateful we are to be where we are, but we never forget where we started. Here at J&D Tube Benders, we're a full custom hydraulic tube manufacturer. We can do anything from their simple bent tube component to a fully welded assembly.
In every department at Dahl Auto, you'll find people who've been in the industry for decades. Sales staff with a deep knowledge, not just of cars, but how to build relationships. A service team who always double checks each other's work. Dozens of people you may never meet who've been working for years to make buying and servicing a car feel fast and easy. In over 100 years at Dahl Auto, we've learned to value experience. After working with our team, you'll value our experience too. Dahl Auto, simple.
So the Everest softball team walks into the Last Chance Saloon needing a run to keep their season going. Aubrey Klott, Mara Meverden, and Piper Schulz are due to hit. Evergreens have only one hit. Klott is 0 for 2. A ground out and a strikeout. Brooklyn Danielson looking to slam the door shut. First pitch, swing and a miss. Strike one. We're brought to you by John's Auto Repair. For all your auto repair, Mosinee and Rothschild, turn to John's Auto Repair. Business 51 north of Mosinee. It's auto repair you can trust to have it done right and have you on your way. John's Auto Repair. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Aubrey is down on the count, 0-2. Brooklyn Danielson has been phenomenal. Swing and a miss. Klott strikes out on 3 pitches. Strikeout number 15 for Brooklyn Danielson. Mara Meverden has the Evergreens' only hit. A double to the gap in left center. Evergreens need a run. They're down to their final 2 outs. First pitch to Mara. Inside, ball 1. Bradford 1 run, 3 hits. Errorless softball. Evergreens no runs on 1 hit. And an error that right now has brought in the only run on the board. 1 ball and no strikes. Mara Meverden waits, and that's up high. 2 balls and no strikes. If the Evergreens can work a base runner, things immediately get interesting. (2-0). Do you take here? Probably. Taking a strike, 2-1. Long set, coming home, popped up, shallow outfield, shortstop is back, it's off her glove. It's an error that gives the Evergreens life. Morgan Smith was backpedaling 1 or 2 steps on the edge of the outfield grass, and it goes off the heel of her glove. Immediately posted as an error, the Evergreens have the tying run at first base.
Designated player Piper Schulz.
There will be a visit to the mound to set up the defensive alignment. Actually, you know what? They're checking on the shortstop Morgan Smith. That ball may have hit her in the face after popping off the heel of her glove. Now everybody's okay. Piper Schulz has struck out in both of her plate appearances. Would you dare try to steal second base here? Probably not. I mean, the out on the bases would kill you. But the Evergreens need to get this runner into scoring position somehow. Would you dare to bunt? Probably not, because that would be the second out of the inning, and the entire season then would hinge on the next batter, Addison Cluck. Piper Scholl's ready to take her turn. Swings and misses. Strike one. I mean, instead, the Evergreens are in the tough spot of you probably need to hit safely twice in this seventh inning. You've got only one hit in the ballgame. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Bradford scored a run in the bottom of the sixth, which has put the Evergreens into this spot. There's one out. Runner at first. The count is no balls and 2 strikes to Piper Scholl's. Fly ball, foul territory. It's out of play. Into the stands down the third base side. With the ball hit out of play, Piper Scholl's gets to step out of the batter's box and now back in. 0-2 pitch. Outside. Kind of a big lead at first base for Mara Meverden. She's shown no likelihood of going. Evergreens looking for some seventh inning magic. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Tying run at first base. Swing and a miss. Worked her high and inside. The Evergreens in this state semifinal are down to their final out, and it is Addison Cluck, 0 for 2.
Pitcher Addison Cluck.
The Piper Scholl strikeout is the 15th for Brooklyn Danielson. Bradford looking to advance to play Kaukauna tomorrow. Evergreens trying to keep this thing going. Addy, first ball swinging, it's down the left field line, but it is foul. Not particularly close either. 10 yards at least, foul into the corner. Something to the gap. The Evergreens are probably going to try and score Mara Meverden all the way from first base. Addison Cluck, who has been tremendous in the circle, trying to do something with the bat this time. 0-1 pitch. Foul back. No balls and 2 strikes. One more strike would have Kenosha playing for back-to-back state championships on Saturday. Is this how it ends for the Evergreens? Waiting on an 0-2 pitch with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Game over. A 16 strikeout victory for Brooklyn Danielson. Kenosha defeats DC Everest 1-0 on a throwing error down to third base. That's our final. 1-0. 1 run, 3 hits, and 1 error for Kenosha. Evergreens no runs, 1 hit and 1 error, and it was a costly error. A throw down to third base that went low and into left field, allowing Kenosha to score the game's only run. Congratulations to these DC Everest Evergreens, conference champions, a 26-3 record. Their season ends 1 game short of the state championship game. Bradford moves on. The Evergreens will move back home. At some point, the Evergreens team will look back at this season, and the bitterness of right now will fade to some happy memories of all of their achievements during 2025. We'll be back to recap. Stay tuned for the Merrill Steel postgame show. Consider moving your career to one of the largest growing fabrication companies in the upper Midwest. Apply at merrillsteel.com. Repeating our final score, the Everest softball season has come to an end, 1-0, with Kenosha Bradford producing a run in the bottom of the 6th. Back to recap from Madison in a moment on Zaleski Sports.
Elite Auto Care is a family-owned business providing top-notch car care to the Schofield, Weston, and Wausau area. They deliver honest and professional automotive repair and maintenance services with quality ASE certified technicians that you can trust. Elite Auto Care offers the latest technology and is equipped to handle all major and minor repairs on both foreign and domestic vehicles. From general maintenance, air conditioning and brakes to exhaust, axle repair, tires, or just a simple oil change. Turn to Elite Auto Care, your local family-owned auto business on Schofield Avenue in Schofield.
Who are we? We are a locally owned and operated business serving our community for over 60 years. We have expanded to 3 locations with over 1 million square feet of combined production space. We have an elite workforce of over 400 employees. We have built stadiums for the Vegas Raiders, Indianapolis Colts, Atlanta Falcons, Chicago Bears, Minnesota Vikings, and more. Who are we? There's only one answer.
This is the Merrill Steel postgame show. I'm Chris Conley on Zaleski Sports. Everest fans, I'm sorry to deliver bad news for you. The Everest fast pitch season has come to an end, 1-0. Evergreens did not have a lot to work with against Brooklyn Danielson, who allowed just 1 hit, only 2 base runners. She struck out 16 and walked none. How did the game-winning run score? Well, it came with a 1-out single from Angela Parker in the 6th inning. Parker was advancing to second base on a ground out to the right side. She stole third, and that steal of third base was the key play in the game. Everest catcher Aubrey Klatt threw down. The throw was low and went into left field, allowing the only run to score in the bottom of the 6th. Evergreens put a runner on base with 1 out, an error in the infield, but the Evergreens could not advance Mara Meverden any further than that. Addison Cluck's high school softball career comes to an end. She takes the loss and struck out to end the season for the Evergreens, who finished 26-3. Kenosha Bradford improves to 29-1, and they'll play for the championship tomorrow night here in Madison against the Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts. Again, repeating our final score. Bradford 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error. Evergreens no runs, 1 hit and 1 error. The Everest softball season comes to an end at State in Madison. Thank you so much for joining us for our Zaleski Sports coverage. So glad that you could be a part of this great run for the Everest softball team. They've set an athletic department record for softball wins, and on their first trip to state, 1 win and 1 loss this morning on Friday the 13th in Madison. Bradford 1, Everest nothing. And that wraps us up for our high school sports season in the Everest athletic department. I'm Chris Conley for Zaleski Sports. Good morning, everybody.